I knew Davie Cave since he was very young. He didn't go to my school, which was next door, but he always showed up on playgrounds, and he was just such a nice kid. And then he got older and bigger and started playing for the football team. And even after that, we'd have these friendly games in Greenwood on Sunday afternoon. You'd think on a Sunday well, the NFL is the same mess, I guess. But those friendly touch games, you felt them for about 3 days, if you're lucky. And I'll tell you something, I've told a lot of guys this. Every once in a while I'm going down and there's Davie, and I know we're going to collide, and I know I'm going to really pay for it. And I think he probably took it easy on me because we have a brick wall at Greenwood. I probably have been better off just running into that. Just a really tough kid, talented, fast. You saw him as a sprinter. Had a remarkable career. A great kid around the neighborhood with younger people. I just really enjoyed him, and it deeply saddened me when he passed away of cancer a number of years ago. But his legacy here at the high school and everything else is just fantastic. Someone who knows him very well is J.K. Hunter, so I'm going to ask J.K. to come up and speak, and then Davie's dad will come up and receive the awards that Davie earned. J.K., if you come up. Jack, I'm sorry, I'm used to J.K.
I am excited to be able to stand up here in front of you to introduce our first inductee into the 2024 class of the Berkeley Springs High School Athletic Hall of Fame, Davie Cave. When I shared with Coach Rowland how excited I was to be in the same class as him, he asked me why. And after I explained to him, he asked if I'd be willing to introduce him, which I quickly said yes, if the opportunity was available. So I'm really thrilled to be here for Davie and his father, who's here tonight. Davie was a unique athlete who not only possessed elite natural skills, but also worked hard to sharpen those skills. His hard work paid off during his time at Berkeley Springs High School, where he was a three-sport phenom. On the football field, his elite speed and strength made him a force on both sides of the ball. On offense, he rushed for over 1,100 yards his senior year, including a whopping 7.1 yards per carry. If you could imagine, he may have been better on the defensive side of the ball. As a linebacker, he was the Journal's All-Area Defensive Player of the Year and was an All-State selection as a linebacker as well. Davie's speed shined through on the track, where he ran the 100 and anchored the 4x100 and 4x2 relay teams as well. During his senior year, he broke the all-area record for the 100-meter dash. I don't know if that still stands today, but at the time it was the fastest time. And on the basketball court, it was his relentlessness, strength, and hustle that made him a defensive stopper that frustrated even the best players on the opposing teams. I had the opportunity to coach Davie for 2 seasons in our youth football program here in Morgan County when he was in 7th and 8th grade. I've had few players that I have coached over the years in various sports that impacted me the way he did. He was one of the nicest kids that I knew. He worked his tail off every minute of practice and was the only kid at the end of practice who still had a smile on his face. But he practiced with the intent of being better than everyone else. And he played even harder in the games. 30 years later, I still have moments that I think back to the good old days, and Davie nearly always has a spot in my memory of those days. I will close with a quick story about Davie before we invite Dave to come up, that I think defines his hard work ethic and his happy-go-lucky personality. In the youth football league that we coached and played in, there was a weight limit on all of the players. There was a preseason weigh-in and a mid-season weigh-in. Well, it was time for our mid-season weigh-in, and this was in Davie's 8th grade year, and he wasn't at practice. I wasn't allowed to be at the weigh-ins, so the kids went, everybody else came, no Davie. And I'm just thinking, because if you knew Davie, he was a big but anyhow, and he was always close to that weight. And no Davie. Where's Davie? Nobody knew where Davie was. He was at the weigh-in, right? He was there. Did he pass? Nobody knew. Well, Davie shows up to practice about a half hour late, and I said, Davie, did you make weight? He goes, yeah, I did. I said, well, where have you been? Because he was never late for practice. He goes, I haven't eaten for the last 3 days, so I could make weight, and I had to go to McDonald's to get some food. I told him if you would have told me that, I probably would have said, okay, go. But I've been worried for the last 30 minutes. But anyway, while it's a shame he can't be here with us tonight, I'm excited to introduce Davie Cave into the Berkeley Springs High School Athletic Hall of Fame and invite Dave Cave Sr. up to receive the awards from Coach Rowland.